Hello, ladies and gentlemen, manly gentlemen. Welcome to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, the first ever try-hard series I will be conducting on this YouTube channel. I'd like to say thank you very much for clicking on the link and watching. So, a little bit about me. My name's Phil, 31, I think, roughly. And I enjoy playing video games, preferably RPGs, Pathfinder being one of the best. I will be starting a new game, and it will not be blind. I won't lie to you. It will not be blind. I know a fair amount of the game. I've gotten to Act 4 and decided I want to make a YouTube series on this because it might be fun to do. So with that being said, it won't be a walkthrough, and it won't be fully blind either. Somewhere in the middle. But enough of before we get into it, I just want to make one comment about mod usage. I will be using mods. I will be using bubble buffs, and also for my own peace of mind, I'll be using a mod that allows achievements while using mods, just because I want achievements. I won't be cheating for them, and they're achievements anyway. But with that being said, let's get into a new game. As you can see, I can't load a game because I deleted my save file because I was dead set I wanted to do this whole new game. So we're going to be doing the main story. We're going to be going core. Might live to regret that. My last playthrough was on normal, but I thought it was a bit too easy towards the end. So hopefully this will help keep me up to date. We're going for a custom character. Now this is where the choice begins. I've heard good things about Azata. I went Angel in my last playthrough, and I want to give Azata a try. I was thinking maybe an Azata Magus, an Eldritch Scion. I could also use custom portraits, but I've decided against that as I want to keep the same sort of art style across all the portraits. But let's have a look-see here, see if there's anything that speaks. That's a cool Magus one, if I was playing an Orc. These are the guys from Kingmaker. Character looks alright. Magazine. You know, weapon. Bell. But I think we're going to be going for this gent. I like the look of him. So we're going to go for human. And with archetype, I'm leaning towards the Eldritch Scion. Unlike typical Magi, Eldritch Scions do not study tomes of magic or spend time learning to combine martial and magical skills. Rather, Eldritch Scions find that the spells and abilities come to them instinctively. I like the idea of that, because it sort of fits the Azata, you know, carefree sort of attitude. So we're going to go for that. We are going to go for human. Right, now, background. I'm leaning toward, and I'm not leaning towards, I am going to pick Aldori's Swordsman. Number one, because of the, let me click on it. I'm trying to point with my fingers here when my camera isn't on. The Aldori Swordsman, I had Persuasion, which is good because we're going to have high charisma as well. It's character and weapon proficiency, dueling swords. That is for two reasons. One, we've always got Finian. Number two, I don't really want to be fighting with rapiers over Camilla. I'm not sure if Camilla will be a staple in the group, but I like the idea of her using rapiers and me using something different. So, weapon proficiency, dueling sword. I have roughly an idea what I want to do with my stats. Take that to 7. Take you to, I think it was 18, 12. And then... Was it 18? 18, 19? Was it 16? And 20? Yeah, I think that was it. We're going to be leaning fairly heavily into the magic department of this. Right, skills, we have 3. So, on Persuasion, use magic device, and mobility. We're going to go weapon finesse. I'm thinking, as I'm going to be using dueling swords, rather than getting slashing grace, I will get Aldori Dueling Master. You gain a +2 initiative checks, start combat with a dueling sword, which is nice. As long as you wield only a single dueling sword in one hand, not a shield or an offhand weapon, you gain a +2 shield bonus to your AC. Although the dueling sword deals slashing damage, you may treat it if it were a piercing weapon to determine the effect of the weapon used by a duelist. Oh, hold on. I'm still going to need slashing grace then, ain't I? Alright, maybe we won't go Aldori Dueling Master then. I thought if it was combined slashing grace, then the AC and the extra initiative would be nice. But, guess not. For the second feat, for being a human, we're going to go for spell focus, evocation. And that's skill focus. We'll save him. Yeah, we'll go evocation. I was thinking about spell penetration. For our bloodline, we're going to be going elemental air. Get all that electricity damage. It also adds a class skill mobility, so the point we put in mobility earlier comes back to save us. For the first spells, we're going to go for magic missile and shield. We'll get some touch spells on class on rank 2. Right, so we're going to be going Azarta, hopefully. Not hopefully, we are. Caden Callian, the god of alcohol and bravery and freedom. I like the idea of this. I would go Desna. But this Desna and Azarta, bit much. Caden, yeah. We're going to be a chaotic good character. Now we want to try and roughly make the character look like the chap in the portrait. Beard, that'll do. Hairstyle. Has to be that. Face. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for this chap. Eye colour. We're going to want brown. And then for his armour, we're going to want, what is it? Bluey brown? Yeah, blue and brown. Which is actually that. And then gives that a bit of a blue hint. Yeah, that looks alright.
Mere flesh wound.
So I was thinking about the pragmatic.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Sounds sort of cocky and confident, don't it? Even though it's technically called pragmatic. Right, let's have a look at the names. Good God. Erasmus. Yeah, Erasmus. Suits the character, doesn't it? Now let's choose a birthday. Now you're probably looking at this day and you're thinking, do you know something? I probably do know something. And we might be trying to get that something together. See how that goes. I have a rough idea, but I won't be following a guide.
Go ahead.
So here we are with Erasmus. +7 in mobility, persuasion +10, use magic voice +9. His traits are skilled, just a normal human. Everything we've been through before. Dicey isn't the best in the world, but never mind. And yeah, let's crack on with the first part of the game. Make way, coming through. Fetch a healer, quick!
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone. Step back. Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
You hear the stern voice of an elderly man, but you're so weak you can't even turn your head to look in his direction.
Demons, prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris. The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
The magic envelops you, but your pain lessens only slightly. Water!
You will have water as soon as we heal your wounds. My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
The lady raises her head in an affection of surprise.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late. Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
My name is Arismes. I'm a crusader. I came to fight the demons.
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you then? What's your business in the city?
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Muttering discontentedly, the old man walks off.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
A beautiful silver-haired woman leans over you. She seems ageless, her face wholly unlined, but centuries-old sadness gleams in her eyes. The longer she speaks, the stronger her voice becomes. Thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks, but my work is not yet done.
Who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
And are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
What? What happened to me?
I do not know yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return. But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabras. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
So there's the first cutscene down, guys. So, a little bit how I'm going to be doing this LP. Obviously, I'm going to be voice acting everything. When it comes to reading descriptions, I'm going to use a bit of common sense. When Terendelev laughed there, I didn't read that she laughed because you heard it in the voice acting. But other than that, I shall be reading everything. Let's have a look at this character a bit closer, specifically in the class features. Eldritch Silence doesn't look too bad, especially with this elemental. We will probably be going to level 7 first to get third level spells, then changing into Eldritch Knight to get the base attack bonus boosted. But we'll see how we go, see how we're playing. It won't be a fully optimised build. Probably. I still have the tutorials up for some reason, but you never know what might pop up that might be handy. Bullseye! What about 100 paces? Can you do it? So we will be playing on core difficulty. Let's sort these hot bars out while I talk, actually. Leave that free, you can bugger off. Go there. There. There and there. We will not be... I'm a bit worried about playing on core because I've not done it before and I've heard swarms can be sort of scary. Hopefully nothing too bad. Right, let's have a little talk. If I do need to turn it down, I'll be quite upset about that, but we'll give it a go. Familiar. Grubby peasants and their grubby diversions. Why did I even bother coming?
Follow my lead.
And we've got a Horgur Squirm here. Yes, yes, happy city day, and now step away please. I do not wish for Horgur Squirm to be seen next to you. Ember. Happy city day, good people. Spare a coin for a hungry belly. Oh, I will, Ember.
As it should be.
So we're seeing people around here that may appear later on in the game. I don't know who this chap is. Aravashniel. I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen, as usual. Huh. There's Terendelev. This will ease your suffering. A strange wound. Curse perhaps off Hurlin. Jano, Dorian, and Sealer. How are you? Did Terendelev help you? She did, thank you very much. Let's have a drink. I love a drink, especially when it's the city footing the bill. What do you say, another round? I just realised this is the second one I did. I did the bullseye one and just forgot I did it all.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
Ah.
Let the feast begin.
Scar is a big boy.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
The halfling's armour is splashed with blood and he is armed to the teeth with a sword, a blade and a hatchet on his belt and a crossbow on his back. His voice sounds familiar to you. I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they've patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Who's this Discari person?
You must have got a good drubbing round the head, brother. Discari's a demon lord, the most fearsome enemy of all crusaders and all living things, come to think of it.
What's the situation in the city?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. Place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks.
Oh crap. Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try and fight some of the demons off.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
Halfling holds out a crossbow.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
The halfling's words are drowned out by terrible rumbling and rustling of countless tiny wings.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
Well, that could have ended better.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
There we are. Right, let's take a look in the journal. Canabras is a city poised on the border between two worlds. On one side, the ordinary world inhabited by ordinary people, and on the other, the world wound. The demon's foothold on Galarian. Heroes from across the world flock to Canabras to aid the Crusader cause. The protracted war offers little cause for celebration, but today is the anniversary of the city's founding. But today, the city's main square has been cleared of marching troops and given over to performers and carnival games. The townsfolk deserve a chance to forget about the bloodshed, if only for a day. In the war against demons is no respite. The monsters showed up in the city's festival, and now the people must fight for their lives on the day where they should have been celebrating. Will Canabras survive the onslaught? Should have read that at the beginning, but I forgot. Sorry about that. Devoured by darkness, and let's just click off show completed quests. The festival, organised to raise the spirits of the city, ended in death and destruction. Those lucky enough to survive ended up in the ancient catacombs beneath Canabras. Catacombs in which, so the rumours say, live a brood of bloodthirsty humanoid creatures. One strike of the Demon Lord's titanic scythe, and the merriment turned to terror, and toasts and celebrations turned to moans of the dying. For those lucky enough to survive the calamity, it makes sense to seek out fellow travellers in this misfortune. Righto.
Holy mother of...
A small woman with messy brown hair winces in pain, uttering a stream of curses through clenched teeth. She is pinned to the ground by a couple of weighty boulders.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
The young woman in knight's armour studies the rocks intently, clearly trying to work out how to move them.
I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too. That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Spotting you, the knight reaches for a sheathed weapon, but after scrutinising your face momentarily, she raises her hand in greeting. Right. That's a -3. We don't have to rely on brute strength for this. I'll try and find something to use as a lever. Oh, that don't sound good. Ooh. You quickly find some suitable sticks and free the wounded woman from the rubble without even breaking a sweat.
Look at you! It's good to meet someone who uses brains first and brawn second.
Damn it all. I think it's broken.
Oh well, I've had worse.
I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
The woman feels the leg, and fishing a piece of twine from her pocket, she gets to work.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendeb and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Sela's expression darkens.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
And Eva's eyes shift to you. My name is Aramez. Aramez, yeah.
Good to meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight.
If we do come up against anything, the two of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
There we are. Got the party sorted. Gonna want Sailor up front. Me just behind. Containers.
That is not far.
Cool. So I do get a cold iron dueling sword. I was hoping I would. Cold iron rapier, ever burning torch, a flail, cloak resistance, long sword, and a short spear. Awesome. The problem is because we're so weak. We're now medium. We're going to need to take off this armor. I think I remember we get we're going to want to give Sealer this cloak resistance. What's Sealer got on her? Potion of Shield Faith. He's going to want that. Looking good. 18, 13, 14, 10, 13, 15. Them stats seem quite high, to be honest. I think we get some padded armor somewhere down the line.
I'll go ahead.
So this is Rendelev's scale. It's a resurrection item. Also something we can hand to a certain individual later on. Oh, and we just saw Camellia.
Who's there?
The fine apparel of this young half-elf woman is torn and stained with blood, dust and dirt. However, she holds herself with such dignity that you could be forgiving for thinking you were at a high society party and not in the dank catacombs under the city. Her fingers grip a rapier hilt with confidence, ready to draw it at a moment's notice. At her feet lies a dead body, so mutilated that at first glance it's hard to tell if it's animal or human.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend.
In the back.
We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
The girl relaxes slightly, but she keeps her hand on a sheathed weapon. Her self-control falters for a moment and you glimpse the fear beneath her mask of perfect placidity. She licks her lips nervously. Not many could withstand a strike from a demon lord, not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Daskari himself has come to Canabras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
Anevia shakes her head.
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Camellia finishes Anevia's force with ruthless precision. Tell me more about yourself.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic.
The girl gives an elegant shrug. She touches the polished snake skull amulet that hangs around her neck. What happened to this poor man? Who is he?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far. Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
Remember that person I said that was named and I said I don't really remember him? Well, that's why. And Evie appears at the dead man's face. You want to join us, Camellia?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
We need to keep moving. There must be a way back to the surface somewhere around here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Right, so now we're doing the tutorial about healing up. May as well. Let's sort out the formation.
I know the way.
Oh, we are.
Our victory is certain.
Right, our first bit of combat. On Camellia, we go after Sealer.
Let's try this way. An expected outcome.
Damn. 8 damage. Oh, you look like you're coming for my character.
No glory
Okay.
risk.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nice, Camellia. Nice dodge there. Nice block.
This will hurt.
Bugger. Oh, damn. And Evie carried.
The light take you.
Easy enough. Oh, wicked, there's that padded armor of studded leather. This? It looks atrocious, but it looks real atrocious, like. It'll make. We'll do.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Alright. Story about turn-based mode then. We probably there. Let these guys get into position. Speed it up a little bit. Right, now I believe we can do touch of fatigue.
A calculated risk. This should
Oh, it's only on full moves we can attack. Oh, well.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray.
Miss.
Let's try this way.
You are today's sacrifice.
No glory without
Nicely done.
risk.
I'll tell you what, let's use Elemental Ray. Miss.
Go for their hearts.
The light take you.
This will
We're not having much luck, are we?
I'll cut you wide open.
Hey! Start moaning and your dreams will come true.
As it should be.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Delay after. Let's just go.
Into the fray.
The spirits demand your blood.
Let's try and go for another elemental. I don't know, actually. Let's. Yeah, elemental ray. God dang it.
No glory without risk.
You are today's sacrifice.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Braces of armor. Light runes. Nice. I haven't had a look at Camille's gear actually, have I? Now, info. Unidentified. Undetectable. I'm sure this is a necklace that stops her from having detectable alignment. Which makes me think she's an evil character, but up to Act 4 I've not seen any sign of her. To be fair, after the initial conversation with Defender's Heart, I've not really spoken to her. So I don't really know. Maybe we find out why she's undetectable in Act 5. I mean, she's obviously evil. Good characters don't hide their alignment when they're with other good characters.
They will break against our resolve.
I'll tell you what, let's use an elemental ray on none of them. Okay.
A calculated risk.
Miss.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Go for their hearts.
This should do it.
Critical hit one. And Nevi just carrying.
Light, take you.
Nevi carrying hard.
I'll cut you wide open.
Let's try this way.
Nice.
That is not far.
I'll tell you what.
Rely on me. Did I mess up again?
I think I got.
We will win this war.
Let's charge.
Do not waver.
Get everyone in position.
Into the fray.
The spirits demand your blood.
This will hurt.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You are today's sacrifice.
Not really going too well at the moment, is it?
Calculated risk.
The light, take you.
Go for their hearts.
Nice. Let's do the same for you.
This should do it.
Into
Finish him, Sealer. Nicely done. Let's skin. Skin failed. Bugger.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
You struggle to make out the man's features in the gloom. As soon as he steps into the circle of light, however, you realise that you have never encountered a creature like this before. The stranger looks like the works of a vivisectionist who attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Wendwalk!
The man notices you and freezes. The curling horn protruding from his head casts a malevolent shadow on the cave wall.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The woman looks just as strange as her companion, a cross between a cat and a spider. When she catches sight of you, she immediately drops into a fighting stance. Her movements reveal the lethal grace of a wild predator.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait, they might know what's going on up there.
Demons, the laying waste to Canabras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
Wendwalk looks you over, considering something.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Hold on, who are you guys? Tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the Underground Crusaders, the children of the Crusades' finest.
Sadly, Underground Crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
Well, I've never heard of Underground Crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
Tila turns to Lan and Wendwalk.
Yeah.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are, and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the Underground Crusaders to take up arms. If we get the Holy Sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Wendwog shrugs and turns away. A maze? Does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
His eyes are filled with genuine concern.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
You hear a hint of emotion in Wendwog's voice for the first time. A sort of holy flame? How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Perfect.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Yeah, why not?
I found something.
I am helpful, am I not?
Statue of an unknown knight. The technique is crude, but the figure was clearly crafted with genuine feeling. Judging by the style of armour, the knight is from the First Crusade. The room looks like an improvised museum, or perhaps some kind of temple.
No, what is that?
What's that there?
Day 6, month Herodius 8, year 4715. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Erasmus feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Terendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another one entirely. Erasmus's heart beat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me and trapped me and stabbed me in my back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, and people I have swore to protect. The people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their treacherous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed sides. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must. While recognising the foreign origin of these thoughts, Erasmus intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to heal the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Erasmus. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Lariel, you said everything was going to change soon. You said that the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts come faster and faster like a rushing river. Images flashing one after another. A priestess in a colourful robe observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword. A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by his helmet, but his voice ringing clearly. "Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back." "Then don't waste your strength on healing me," the girl whispers. "Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near." There in the vision, the darkness of the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within the depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadows. The sound piercing like hot irons, lancing through flesh and hot bone. The traitors fall on their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. Roll 10 plus 3. But Erasmus is determined to fight off the illusion. The force of the attack originating in the vision is terrifying, but Erasmus is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who set the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It's not real, it exists only in the strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. This shadow features starkly resemble those of Discari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old, then quavering. "Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it you are dying here alone, so far from the light of heaven?" A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognises who stands before him and knows that he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicoloured sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks, his vitality ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips his sword with a last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Erasmus senses that the vision is fading and the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: You will kill me, monster, this I know. But one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colours. Erasmus does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought taken into his heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat blazing in Erasmus's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Erasmus sees a flaming sword in his hand, or rather its outline. The memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Erasmus senses that it will return. All he need do is call on it.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
Seela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
Lan looks at you dumbfounded.
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too? The traitors? The dying girl?
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it.
Lan looks around.
Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Wenduog watches you with suspicion.
Now, Wentuog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff. Because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Requires the angel mythic path, reveals the light of heaven. It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Lead us to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Now what is that?
Hold on. Just had a, what do you call it?
I'll go ahead.
Alright, so this is going to be the first use of the mods. So we're going to want to drop down to abilities. Light of the Angels. And that can be a normal buff because it's basically infinite. It's only 1 extra XP. HP, sorry. Click on this. Yeah, wicked.
A trivial matter.
Right, now let's get the
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Hmm.
You've crossed the wrong
They will
line.
break against our resolve.
Oh.
They'll beg me to stop.
Let's charge in. Nicely done. Tell you what, let's move up a little bit. Bit more. Gauge point blank shots. Gauge point blank shot. Miss. Oh, ow. Let's hit this one here with elemental right.
The Inheritor, guide my blade. The light, take you.
Right, what is this? Character's ability score is decreased.
Sorry.
It can be restored by resting with the help of lesser restoration spell or some more powerful magic. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know the way.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Let's do a quick save.
Yet another obstacle.
Fighting defensively. Charging. Miss.
Something. No match for me.
Right, you've got.
You won't survive me.
Had you got faith in me?
Let's go for magic missile and let's take you out.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, let's hit you or miss you.
They'll beg me to stop.
Endure this.
Let's try this way.
See how it.
The spirits demand your blood.
The Inheritor, guide my
Oh dear.
blade.
I'll rip you apart.
Windog's just leaving bodies. Can I do magic missile, I wonder? And then attack. Yes, I can. Nice. Hey. Alright, there's the wand of cure light wounds. Who can use that now? Where is it? Usable with a skill check, DC 20. We will just give it to Sealer.
The mongrel did it. Follow my lead.
A bright future awaits us.
Let's charge.
Save the last one for me.
Yeah, let's just move up. Because it is a surprise round. Let's knock off fighting defensively.
Into the fray. No glory without risk.
Pick you off. Beautiful. Oh, I did not see you there.
A calculated risk. You've crossed the
Miss
wrong
and
mongrel.
uh-oh.
You are today's
Camellia,
sacrifice.
shank. Good.
The inheritor, guide my blade. No match for me.
This should do it.
Miss. Unlucky. Let's take out the giant fly.
Survive me.
That's never your engine. Oh, there you are.
Go for their hearts.
Let's finish off the centipede. And then easy game.
What's that there?
Oh god.
We will be victorious.
Let's hit you with magic missile. 4 damage, not too bad.
They'll beg me to stop.
Ooh, ow.
I'll cut you wide open. Ha!
Into the fray.
We're just one-shotting fools.
Glory without risk.
That's only one attack, so let's take off point blank shot and try and kill it. Love it when the plan comes together.
No match for me.
The
Camellia?
spirits demand your blood.
He's a violent individual. Them spirits don't seem very nice.
Inheritor, guide my blade.
Lan.
Make every strike count.
Oh, God, Lan, you're just MVP, mate. MVP.
As it should be.
I'm fucked, sorry.
Wendell glances at Lan, who is fixing his slip bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath a hood. Listen. Listen here, you. I don't know who you think you are or where you came from, but you and I are the only two people who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lan is sure the light could be Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan. Wendell grimaces and guttural husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part of this is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness. That they are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scare people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Wendell leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge, it's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Wendell looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. But don't you want to save the lost kids in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Sul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go in alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left of them. Without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Wendell slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find a way out to the surface. I'll think about it, let's go. Wendell nods. Don't show Chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface, I swear it. Interesting. I'm assuming as I've got strength damage. Don't know why I've gone into the sheet. Yeah, 4 strength, -3. Yeah, with medium encumbrance. That'll change when we have a rest at least. To Nefoam. Mongrel. If you can hunt, you're welcome to stay. Your first impression of the mongrel village is a squalid dump with odours to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish while others are preparing fish nets, all the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face is a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplander Sheikh, end times are upon us indeed. Chief Sul, we found the Angel Sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Lan points at you. He had a vision, and now the Angel Sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. Young ones are still alive, and we can go save them. Sul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always streaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. So eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven? That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Wendwog stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. Is there someone else from the surface here? Saul points off to the side. There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. Saul laughs but quickly returns to business. It's not good. Too many uplanders. It's not good. It's not right. What are you doing up here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the times come, we'll come to you, not you to us. I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. Wendwog lets out a satisfied laugh. At last, someone's talking sense. You don't understand. It's holy light. It will scare off the monsters that dwell in the maze. Lan drops his voice. Listen, I don't personally believe in this angelic light, but still does. Show him it won't cost you anything. Internal monologue going off here. These don't look like warriors. We show them light and they charge into the maze. They all die. Lan is mistaken. We didn't find the sword. Lan whips around to look at you stunned. He clenches his fist for a moment as if planning to shake the truth out of you, but quickly gets a handle on himself. I don't know why you're lying. No doubt you have your reasons, but I know it's a lie and you know it. And Wendu knows it. Lan turns to Wendwog. Tell him, Wendu. Wendwog stares blankly back at him. I saw the light shining between the rocks and then it went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? I don't want the blood of gullible mongrels on my hands. Lan shakes his head in despair. So now instead we'll have the blood of the young mongrels on our hands. Kids waiting for help that will never come. It is sad. It's not the best choice in the world, but it makes sense in the long haul. Everybody around me has said they don't want to go anywhere or save anyone. But I didn't believe them. Hold on. Everybody around me said they didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than everybody else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine, I see how things are, and I don't need any more convincing. Lan offers a crooked smile. Sheesh, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. We, the tribe, will wait. And if you're one of us, you will wait. We're not going anywhere. Uplanders, rest now. There's a hut over there and you can rest there. Lan is silent, his eyes shifting from you and Saul to Wendwog.
Nice.
You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils. And now rest so we can be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to the surface and I will. And the first level advancement. So what I like to do is I like to make a manual save. Level 2. Just so we know where it is. Save. Oh, so now we're going to level up. Going to go for Magnus, Eldritch Scion again. 3 points. Boom, boom, and boom. Spells. Now we're going to want... Oh, hold on. Do we get Shocking Grasp? Through our bloodline. Burning Hands. No, I guess we don't. Awesome. Did I do that right? 2, yep. We're going to want Shocking Grasp. And now we get Spell Strike.
Focus on the goal.
Sealer, we're going to want to put you into Paladin. We want you to have knowledge religion. And perception. I know it's not a class skill, but she's going to be our front line. Familiar. Trickery and knowledge arcana. Yeah, actually. Yeah, knowledge arcana sounds good. Right, Hex, we want Evil Eye. Lan, we want to keep you as a monk and archer for now. With these 3 points. With side shots. And with longbow. And Wendo. We actually want to go hunter here. Probably just base hunter. Perception. Law of nature. And 2 in athletics. Animal companion. We're going to want the leopard. For spells, probably entangle and summon nature's ally. And now we're going to want I have used sturdy, I believe. Yep. Boom, boom, and yep. What is? I don't want to go weapons finesse. Let's see what we got here. Toughness. One dodge to your AC. I'll probably go dodge, in fact. Daring. Good first name.
Got my own.
There we are. Right, let's talk to Chief. Oh, no, we've got another level up. We've got some loot here.
Up. Behind the
Let's talk to Chief Sullivan. I want to ask a few questions. Tell me about the mongrels. Well, we're the Crusaders under the ground, the children of the first Crusaders. The world room touches everyone. Look at us, we're marked by it. The planters didn't like it and they drove us down here. But we have a secret. We're waiting. When the shield mage falls, it's the end of our lives down here. We will go up to the surface and fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. Tell me about Wendowog. Wendowog, our beauty, our huntress. Who's more skilled than Wendowog? There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Wendowog is the only one to go in the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say. What about Lan? Lan, Saul makes a vague gesture. He's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface, they ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but there wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here, but he can't go up there either. It's not safe, he wouldn't latch the gong. Thanks for your answers. It's no matter. What are you going to do now? Live as we did before. The ones who went, their trouble is their own. We will mourn them, but we are neithers. We wait for the call. Ask the Maythorn? No, so we wait. Can I just clarify? Are we uplanders, prisoners or guests here? Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests. I'm going to enter the maze with Wendwog. Saul looks at you clearly, preparing to say some harsh words, but in the end he just waves you off. I'd forbid it, but what should be the point? Ish Wendwog. She'll ignore me and do it anyway. I spoiled her. No point wringing my hands over it now. I want to look around here. Fair enough. Right, let's loot some shit.
That is not far.
Ah, human face at last. And there I thought I'd be gazing upon these twisted visages of these troglodytes for the rest of my life. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted into an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Worm. Yes, Zach Worm. You no doubt have heard of me if you spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived to the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you're looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in all of Canabras. I may not be well known as certain other swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ballroom to the next, but the Worm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. Did you see the marquee in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Worm to thank for that. How did you end up here then? For a moment, Horgus' eyes focus on Camilla before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaves the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall. And I'm doubly lucky I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed into the physiologies, my life flashed before my very eyes, but they turned out to be decent chaps. Frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though it saved your life. Pah, kind words of people with hours to frit away on pleasantries. Horgus Worm speaks his mind, and he pays services for rendered, not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. His handle is worth more than the whole village. This dude seems like a bit of a snobby prick, but what kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing the rest of your days down in this village, I suspect. We must find the route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You look like someone who could swing a blade well and cast a spell. I'm very gratified to see it. A good generalist will be a fine companion on the way to the surface. Oh God, he wants to go with me. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It's good to have friends among Canabras' elite. Diplomacy 16. 2,000 gold. Don't need it for this fat fuck. Failed diplomacy check. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let not be miserable. Let's say 1 million. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000 and that's my offer. Fine.
Where are you?
Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We've got to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find a way out, be sure to tell me. 2,000 gold would have been nice, but never mind. Oh, there's a Neva. Oh, August as well. tragedy may not have happened if you spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking down the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea, how come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. August and Aneva sit some distance apart, sniping at one another in an idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the battle between you two about? It's an old matter. Miss Tirablade here has the notion of spying on me. Miss Tirablade here had the notion of spying on me, then rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwem, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh, yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one I value most highly. August Worm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I want to see its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy and well-armed, but make those donations openly unsinkable. I might as well hang a sign on my door welcoming every sponge and leech and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes. You're an alright bloke, but carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us, like whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Nevia, how's the leg? Nevia scrunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They've bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm going to live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as Wayne, so I'm waiting. What do you think's happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more, if Tiscari himself appeared. There's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and beside that, it's barely a stone's throw from Neurocean. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Tiscari's home turf. He's going to have to retreat or fight off the whole Mendivian army. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought that was just a story, the sort of thing drunks in taverns would come out with. Now I discovered that it's true. But what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate with their faces and minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years have been beneath our feet in caves in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people in Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun would have had them toss them on the prior en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it's their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do about when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing, or if I'm now homeless. I'm going to find Irabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. Alright, we've got to go. Go on then, don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier I'll find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. Alright, so that's the vendor, but I happen to know there's, oh, some loot. So we're going to loot up first, speak to the... and there's the rest. Nicely done.
Time's not waiting.
Get all this nice loot. Make some gold. I think she was somewhere around here. Yeah, there she is. You there, a tall woman with a face deformed by enormous swelling, smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small, sharp teeth. You, from the surface, you must be tough to make it all the way back here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dryer, let's trade. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Dry the hoarder, dry the coin, dry the city girl. Oh, that's a bad thing. I trawl the caves, picking up all kinds of things from the surface that wash down here through your sewers. I trade in all kinds of junk from food and clothes, but only part of my best goods for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well then, I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with city gold, like city folk. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people down here are no better than animals now. Dryer yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing, wiping her mouth. She continues, our forefathers lived in the cities like you. Our people love to reminisce about our armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight war, only civilized folk can buy and sell. They've all forgotten what trading is, they've forgotten the value of gold. The barter hides the plant roots. They barter hides for plant roots, that makes more sense, and goes on about the feats of the Crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins, I have things to sell, now let's trade like proper city folk. Wild. Alright, so, bulk selling. You're not going to need a masterwork dagger. I might keep one on the cross. Oh, this is cold iron rapier, we can give that to Camellia. Let me just sort. Oh, Camellia's got a cold iron anyway, so. Prices on +1, we'll keep that. Rolls are too expensive. Yeah, I think that should. River of cold eye ammunition. That'll come in handy for our archers. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, we are so close to. We hit exhausted with this damage on. We are dead. Probably have a crossbow. Alright, let's go rest.
I'll go ahead.
It's time. We're heading out now. Land won't get in our way. Wendwog breathes in deeply through her nose, her eyes narrowing in concentration, like she's trying to taste the air to detect even the faintest sense. Finally, she gives you an approving nod. It's time to what? To get out of here. I'm keeping my word. Wendwog looks around. It's quiet now. The village has settled down. I know the shortest route to the maze. We'll take a boat. No one will see us. We're still going to try and save the missing mongrels? What? Oh, them. They're probably dead already, but if we meet anyone on the way, we won't just walk on by. At the end of the day, they are part of the tribe. Were you watching me sleep or something? Wendwog snorts and turns away. You think I like looking at uplanders? I've got better things to do. Don't think you're special. Lamb won't get in our way? Where is he? On his way to his death if he decides to go it alone. Or maybe he's in the hole somewhere crying about how lonely he is. I don't care either way. Are we just going to leave Horgus and Nevia here? Getting you all out at once will be difficult. We'll let the injured woman recover. Do you think I like knowing that uplanders sitting in our village? But trying to drag an injured person through the maze would be suicide. And don't even get me started on the other one. He's not going to get off his backside unless we send a litter to carry him. Alright, let's go. No, hold on. Before we go, we sure the maze is the only way to the surface? Do I look like someone that doesn't know what she's talking about? Yes, I'm sure. There might be other ways, but not anywhere near here, and I've never made it all the way through the maze, but every time I've smelled the change in the air. Anyone who can't has no business being up there. They're all as good as dead. If you don't believe me, you can wait for another guide show up, but no one apart from me will get to where you need to go. Alright, let's go. Right, and another thing. You could have chosen not to listen to me, but you did. That means you have real strength in you. A strong person can take the truth even if they don't like it. And the truth was on my side. I want to say, when Dog averts her eyes, thank you. You saved the tribe from a stupid mistake, and they're alive now because of you. Now let's go to the boats. We'll get there faster by water. Hey? My strength's still damaged. Boy.
Sorry.
Oh, sack it, never mind. Not like we need strength anyway. Right, formation. Some medium encumbrance, I'm going to need to take this off. Just wild that. Right, formation. Alright guys, on that note we will be ending the episode there. I'd like to thank you very much for watching the first episode, and I hope you're looking forward to the second one. Peace guys!